the sun has only just begun to rise. But for many Filipinos, their day had already begun before dawn. This group of fishermen left even earlier, at 4 in the afternoon the previous day, and only caught this much fish. Despite their efforts, they have not yet even filled half of the container. In 2021, there were approximately 1.1 million municipal fishermen in the Philippines engaged in capture fishing. This number was followed in descending order by gleaning, aquaculture, and fish vending. Overall, the number of Filipino fisherfolk totaled nearly 2.2 million. Filipino fisherfolk are among the poorest of the Philippines. In the most recent report from the Philippine Statistics Authority, the PSA said the Filipino fisherfolk had the highest poverty incidence at 30.6% as of 2021. This is higher than the 2018 poverty incidence, which was 26.2%. Fishing contributed much to the Filipino economy and is a leading source of protein for the country. Despite this, it seems that our fishermen do not have a share in the bounty they have worked hard for. Not helping matters is the Chinese incursions in the West Philippine Sea.
At nang umpisa na yung nandiyan na yung mga barko ng China, ako sa ng China, doon umpisa na din ang paghihirap namin na paunti ng paunti na huli namin. Doon nang napipigilan na din kami ng mga ng China na paghahanap buhay doon.
This area is one of the most important fishing grounds in the Philippines. It contributes greatly to the Philippine economy, as well as to the social well-being of fishermen who rely on its waters for their livelihood.
Woo! May sumko mo daw! May sumko!
This video capturing the actual moment when the bow of Chinese Coast Guard ship 5203 hitting the starboard of Filipino supply boat MV Uniza May 2.
China has been exerting control over the West Philippine Sea over the past decade. In 2012, the Philippines dispatched a warship to confront Chinese fishing boats in the Scarborough Shoal. China, in response, deployed its own vessels to protect its fishermen, and a 2-month standoff ensued. Eventually, as part of a mutual agreement, the Philippines pulled its 2 vessels out of the shoal. The Chinese ships were expected to follow suit. However, they did not leave the area, and has since controlled access to the shoal.
Dati po, ligtas. Kasagana po kaming lumalaot. Ngayon po, grabe na halos makita ka pa lang pong papalapit sa pangpang ng Scarborough. Wala na po.
2014 po, dumating mga Chino, biglang dumating. Ngayon, biglang nag-haras sa amin na maraming bangka dun sa Scarborough. Hanggang mga angkla namin, nagpuputol, kung hindi kami tinataboy, kung hindi kami pinawater cannon. Hanggang 2018, hindi kami makapasok sa loob ng lagon kasi binabawalan po kami.
In 2013, months after the Chinese ships refused to leave Scarborough Shoal as agreed upon, the Philippines initiated an international arbitration case under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, over Chinese claims of sovereignty to the Spratly Islands and Scarborough Shoal. China rejected the process, forcing the court and its arbitration to continue without its participation. In 2016, the Arbitral Tribunal in The Hague ruled in favor of the Philippines, invalidating China's unilateral 9-line claims. The tribunal found that China has no legal claims to waters within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone and much of the resources in the South China Sea. The court also ruled that none of the land features fit the requirements under the UNCLOS to generate a 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone for China. The court says China violated its obligations as a member of UNCLOS, saying its island building activities through land reclamation harmed the marine environment and its vessels' unsafe practices heightened navigational risks. However, China's foreign ministry says it does not accept, much less recognize, the arbitral award. Now, China continues to ruthlessly blockade large parts of the waters. Life has become harder for Filipino fishermen who have lost their bountiful fishing grounds.
Ayan o, lima sila lahat na Chinese militia. Oh, ayan, Chinese militia yan, limang piraso. Oh. Ay, animo, yan animo nakubiran pala ng ano yung isa. Bangka, ayun oh, ayun. Oh, ayun pala yung isa. Anim pala, anim na Chinese militia. Oh, yan. Oh. Yan si 3304. 3304 yan ha. Oh, yan. Oh, 3304 tumatakbo. 3302 at saka si 3501. Yun, may rubber boat sa gilid, oh, papunta na rito. Oh. Oh, nagbaba ng rubber boat.
Hindi mitsulit. Ah, banyak. Video. Ilan yun? 12?
Otherwise, only consequences from that will be borne by you. Over.
Oh. Dalawang BIPAR, dalawang China Coast Guard din ang binawater cannon, no? Oh, binawater cannon nila yung BIPAR na nakapundo.
One of the individuals hit hardest by the abuses of China is Ka Delfin Egana. He was fit and healthy a few years ago, but now he is a shadow of his former self.
Medyo na, kakagulo na dahil napuntahan ng mga China yung Scarborough pinaglalautan nila. Nabos sila ng China. Hindi po siya nakatakbo. Siya na po ang nahuli nilang ninisip. Agad daw kinawit dito sa kanya. Pilit kinuha yung panaan niya, yung mas niya, tsaka yung yapak niya, pati isda niya po kinuha. Kaya umuwi po silang luhaan.
Due to the incident, Delfin suffered a stroke. He was still able-bodied until he suffered another stroke in 2020 due to the hardships he faced in the pandemic.
Hanggang sana po nung hindi pa pinapasok ng China yung Scarborough Ang laki pa ng kitaan niya. Walang problema po sana sa amin pag talagang hindi nila inaagaw yung Scarborough. Diyan lang po nakuha yung paggawa ng bahay namin. Katas po ng Scarborough yan. Kasi yung bintana po namin talagang sarang-sara na. Kami tag-ulan na. Hindi pa nagawa yung bintana, ma. Yung sahod ko, ipunin ko muna. Nagtiyaga siyang 6 na buwan. Yan po, pinagawa yung bintana. Nagtaka ko sana po, pangarap din pala. Sana yung pintuan, wala na din. Nag-asawa na siya. Pati nga yung bahay po namin, pangarap. Wala na.
His wife, Jijilin, does everything she can to make ends meet. She cooks and sells kakanin or rice treats to help provide for her family.
Salamat
Wala din,
ginawa
mahal na po
natin.
ng bilihin ngayon.
Dapat yung ginawa sa
Kitain ko ng
dapat.
dating 200 ngayon, 100, 150 na lang. Paano na po kako? Pambili lang ng kape, wala na.
Opo.
Kapag hindi ako makapagtinda, pati punan ko po, nagagas na
Nangyari
din
tayo,
namin.
di dapat kahit lang ginawa nila tayo.
Nilalakas ko na lang po ang loob ko. Kung pati ako bibigay, wala. Kawawa na din po siya. Walang mag-aasikaso sa kanya.
Opo. Mangyari tayo, kawa, tayo.
Delfin and Jijilin are not the only fisherfolk who have suffered. JR and Wela Cruz share their story. JR was with his fellow fishermen when they were surprised by Chinese militia. They took all their fish catch and were forced to walk on the corals.
Ito kami sa pinakapantan to sa pinaka-surto sa Scarborough na namamana kami ng lapu-lapu na nakakapal na kami. Pero marami na nahuli namin, malalaki na lapu-lapu. Tapos lumapit naman yung mga shena, spot. Bakit sa bangka namin, sa likod. Yung yapak niya na nahulog sa lalim ng tubig. Hindi namin nakita yung yapak niya. Nahanap namin yung yapak niya. Sa lalim, nahanap namin. Nakita namin yung yapak niya. Yung mga shena, ginawa na lahat ng mga isda. Pati yung mga lapu-lapu. Tapos, pinapalis na kanila mga shena.
Yun po yung time na ano po mang na lumakad po siya sa Baura.
Nakalakad kami.
Buti na nga lang po nakabadiglob po siya ng makapal at saka nakamidyas din po. Kung hindi po siguro umuwi po siyang sugat-sugat po yung mga paa niya. Nitong ano lang po, January po. January po. Nitong taon lang po. Tapos naulit din po nung February na naman. Pero hindi na po sila naglakad noon. Pinaalis na naman po.
After the incident, JR suffered a nervous breakdown. He stutters when he speaks and experiences an anxiety attack every time he sees a ship. He feels nervous when he talks about his experience for fear that the Chinese will get him. This is not an uncommon story. Fisher folk who try to go to the West Philippine Sea will have a story to tell. For the fishermen of Bajo de Masinloc, or what the locals call Scarborough Shoal, they have a story to tell about how the Chinese have trampled on their rights.
Anong March 15, 2018 po, nung kami po ang magkasama talaga sa Bajo de Masinloc. Alas 10 po ng umaga, pinuntahan po kami ng Chinese Coast Guard. Nakasakay po sila sa, bali 4 na Chinese Coast Guard yun, nakasakay po sila sa malaking rubber boat. Bigla nilang binunggo yung, lumapit sila mismo sa likod, talagang tumabi sila sa amin. At ang sabi nila sa akin, sabi nung isa na sa harapan, fish, sabi niya. Ngayon, tinakausap po sila pero hindi sila talaga nakakaintindi ng English din. So, pinakyat ko po yung isang makyat. May pinapakita sa akin na, sa amin na 4 nakahang sigarilyo, tsaka 2 buting alak din yata. Yung parang kasing itsura ng Budweiser, pero hindi naman yung Budweiser eh. Talagang inuupaan ko talaga yung isang box namin na isda na pinaka-first yung maya-maya dahil baka pag makita, kukunin. Ito naman kasama ko, binuklat, nung umalis ako binuksan niya yung isang box. Ang ginawa nung channel, nakita niyo yung mga special na isda. Siya na lang dakot talaga hanggang sa napuno yung basket niya. Nung napuno niya yung basket na, umalis na lang, kinabot lang sa amin yung 4 na kahang sigarilyo at saka 2 buting alak lang. Yun na lang ang binigay.
Naaras po na kami. Yung mga isda namin, kinukuha sa loob ng mga box namin. Sabi lang ang barter po yun, hindi po barter po. Kinukuha po na sa loob ng namin.
Unfortunately, the problem has only worsened. Chinese influence is not just in the West Philippine Sea, but near the shores of Zambales as well.
Sir, year ng stockpile ng black sand at saka yung red sand. Tapos dito hinahakot ng barge. Ang barko nila nasa labas nag-aantay. Malaki ang epekto dito niyan, sir. Kasi bukod sa lumalabo ang tubig, yung parang napupulyot yung mga isda. Minsan makikita mo na lang yung isda parang mahuli mo, maputla. Tapos may namamatay na makikita mo nakalutang-lutang sa dagat. Tapos yun na nga, polluted na ang karagatan dyan dahil sa ginagawang minings nila na inahakot dyan ang black sand. Malaking epekto pa rin sa mga mangingisda dito sa municipal water. Ang isda dito ay karamihan din ay nag-i-Scarborough. Yan yung pang-alternatibong pangkabuhayan nila dito kapag hindi pwede mag-operation sa Scarborough. Dito naman sa tabi. Nga lang, dahil dyan sa minings na yan, ay lumiliit din ang
kinikita ng mga mangingisda dito dahil sa ginagawa, kumbaga sinisira nila yung karagatan dito dahil napupulyot nila ang dagat dito sa municipal water.
A group of fisherfolk approached the People's Development Institute, or PDI, when they learned about its work with the Aitas and farmers of Zambales. The fishermen requested PDI for assistance. PDI went to the fishing communities and did an external and internal assessment together with the fisherfolk, after which PDI stepped in. PDI organized the fisherfolk associations and formed the Bigkis Federation in 2018, composed of 2,134 men and women fisherfolk from Zambales, Pangasinan, and Palawan. Because education is a lost opportunity for them, PDI launched a non-formal education program for adult literacy and out-of-school youth. PDI also provided training on leadership, management, paralegal, and human rights. PDI, together with Professor J. Batungbakal of UP IMLOS, educated the Bigkis leaders and members on the Fishery Code and the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. To look into the cases of human rights violations, UP CLEP, headed by attorney Donna Gasconia, assisted PDI and Bigkis in litigation, developing case briefs, including pleadings and affidavits, to file legal complaints. PDI also provided skills training on fish processing to help the Bigkis women fishers develop their own microeconomic enterprises. However, the government still needs to assert the country's rights over the West Philippine Sea. These voices should not be silenced, but must be heard and advocated for.
Pagtanggol ang karapatan ng mga isda sa Pilipino sa West Philippine Sea. Pagtanggol ang karapatan ng mga isda sa West Philippine Sea. Pagtanggol ang karapatan ng mga isda sa West Philippine Sea.
This is the view of Scarborough if a low tide. Yan, pag-ibas, low tide na low tide. Chinese fisherman. Chinese fisherman. Chinese fisherman mga yan. Pinapaalis ng 3104 ang doon sa ibasan kumukuha ng shell. Pinapaalis nila. Para shell lang kukunin pinagdadamot pati shell na laki ng hibas sa kalburo. Binawal ng barko na 3104, rubber boat din ng 3104 China Coast Guard. Talagang pinipilit pinapaalis sila sa ibasan, namumulot ng shell. Nag-aabulan yung Coast Guard tsaka Pilipino yun yan
Bawal dyan sa kuha ng shell.